Now we're going to look at backup. First thing, we're going to create one of the virtual machines. Then we're going to see how this backup things functions. So create virtual machines. Resource group, we're going to create resource group, name it resource group for backup. I'm going to choose one of the region, maybe East US. Virtual machines name, my VM1, image, size, password. So rest of the values we keep same. Just review plus create. So now we are creating virtual machines. We'll create one more storage account. You can go to menu, storage account, create storage account, resource group, RG backup. So my storage one. This is getting very popular. So storage one. Okay, this is just the name and review plus create. Create. Okay, so it's creating. We're creating some resources so we can do some backup for those resources. This is my resources. At first, I can go to containers, or I can go to file shares. I can create one file shares, file 1, 2 GB. Then another one, file 2, that's also 2 GB. So just created a couple of files, containers. Maybe I create one containers. Simple containers with full access. So that's fine. This resources, storage account, some files, some virtual machines we created just to see backup, how we can do the backups for those resources. Yeah, this one is ready. Okay, for the backup, first thing we need to configure recovery vaults. So you need to search this one from search options and see recovery service vault. These things we need to create at first. After that, say create. So resource group, I'm going to select RG backup, vault name, my vault 1, region East US, and review plus create. Create. So at first we need to create recovery service vault. And once we created this one, we'll find all the options. So it's creating now. And I have one virtual machines. I'm going to log into that virtual machines. And to ensure that my VM has internet connections. Yes, cool. In my virtual machines, I'm going to log into that Azure portal because later on I need this one. That's why I'm just logging into this portal. Okay, so I need these login details later on. But actually, from this VM, I can see my all the stuffs. If I click on recovery service vault, I'll be able to see the vault. So oh no, this one, my vault 1. This one we created today. So I want to show you some on-premises backup. That's why I logged into that VM. Okay, we'll go over there. Let's have a look in this screen. So this is the recovery vault. In here, we have many options. Backup, site recovery, backup items, replicated items, backup policy. We have many stuffs. But at first, if you'd like to do any backup, we need to say backup. And backup goal, where is your workload running? Is it Azure, Azure Stack, on premises. You need to select one of the options. Let's say um, Azure side, or Azure stack. Azure stack means in this is also only Azure side, but Azure side you have different categories: virtual machines, file shares, SQL Server, SAP. But if you select Azure Stack, so they are all Azure files and folders, SQL servers, SharePoint, system state. So these are the options you have. But if you select on-premises, then on-premises files and folders, virtual machines, Hyper-V VM, VMware VM, SQL servers, you got many options. So if you select Azure, then you can have Azure virtual machines backup. You click on backup. Then backup policy, there's a default policy. Default policy is saying full backup. Daily at 10 a.m. you'll have a full backup. Instant restore. Retain instance recovery snapshot for 2 days. So that means it will just create a snapshot and it will stay over there for 2 days. After that, it will create new snapshots. Retentions of daily backup point. Retained backup taken every day at 10 a.m. for 30 days. But if we'd like to create one, we can create our own policy. Like you need to have a name for the policy, when you want to back up daily, weekly, instant restore. So how many instances you want to save in a day, you can select. Retentions of daily backup point. So 730 for 30 days every day, you'll have a backup, but you can change to weekly, monthly, or yearly. So you can create your own policy. After that, you need to add virtual machines. I'll click on add. So you have virtual machines we created today. Click OK. So these virtual machines will have a backup. Enable backup. That's how in Azure side, you can create backups. We'll go to our recovery service vault, my vault one. So that backup is going on. So if you click on backup, you can have Azure virtual machines, Azure file shares. So if I click on Azure file shares, click on backup. Storage, we have one storage services. This one, we selected that one. Z storage 01. It's coming up. But for the same file and folder backups, you can create policy like backup frequency daily at 7:30 p.m. Retentions of daily backup point at 7:30. It will update every day. It will update at 7:30. Validating. Okay, so you picked up files and folders, click add. You have file 1 and file 2. Click OK. You got those files and folders. Now enable backup. So that's how you do the files and folders backup. Again, I'll go to my Word. Now, what kind of backup we have done? If you'd like to see, you can go to backup items. That will tell us the summary. Let's say we have one virtual machines backup, and then files and folder systems is coming up soon. So it will be here, Azure storage. So on-premises backups, backup services is different, but this is we are looking at Azure Cloud Backup. If I click on Overview, so if you click on Backup, this is Azure Backup we have looked at. Now we're going to look at on-premises backup. But when you do on-premises backup, we'll select this one. Let's say on-premises files and folders, we want to have a backup. So when you select that one, it's saying prepare infrastructures. So if I click on prepare infrastructures, now I need to download this agent and also vault credentials. But these things I'll do in this virtual machine. So I'll go back to my VM. I'll click on this backup. And I'm going to select on-premises and then select files and folders. So that's what I would like to do. I want to do on-premises backup and also on-premises files and folders backup I want to do. So I'll click on prepare infrastructure. And say installed recovery service agent. So I need to download this one. I'm downloading. Once you download, then you need to download the vault as well. So it's done. I'm going to install this one. Yes. Next, next. Okay, these two things is required. So they are installed already. So it's installing. And while it's installing, I need these vault credentials. I'll select this one. This is kind of like a password authentication, so credentials. Download this one. That's also in download folders. Okay, that's fine. Okay, it's installing. Let's look at our this PC, local PC. We got a few folders in here. That's fine. So it says it's proceed to registrations. I'll click here. Now you need these vault credentials. This credentials is very important. Without that, you'll not be able to backup or recovery. So click on browse. So our credentials is in this folder. Okay, we got that one. Now click next. It says you have to put the password. So password should be 16 character. Okay. Enter location to save the password. Okay, that location, so I'll save my password and click finish. Say yes, you want to continue registration. Okay, click close. This is just notifications. So this is our portal. Okay. So with this portal, we'll be able to provide our backup services. Now in this portal, we have some stuff. So mostly on the right-hand side, you can see the registered servers, schedule backup, recovery data, open portal. So these sort of things we have. So at first you click on schedule backup. Click next. Select items to backup. You need to select some items. Click on these items, plus sign. See, there are many files and folders under our C drive. So I'm going to select a couple of them. Yeah, 4 of them. And I need to put a backup daily at 1 a.m. That's fine. Or any time you want, you can select 1 a.m., 3 p.m., or any time you like, you can set up. You can choose like 3 times. Like that. Click next. So how long it will keep your backup? So you can select the time. So that's the retention policy. So old backup will replace with a new backup every week or every month. We can set up from here. Will it be default these steps? Next, transport over the network. Use your network to move the initial backup data to Azure. That's fine. Files and folders backup and finish. And close. So now we set up the schedule backup. So schedule backup will run on time. As you can see, saying that next backup will be 7 p.m. Now we can do the backup. Now this button, if you do that, then it will actually create a backup now. At first you need to do schedule backup, then you can do backup now. Backup now means it will start to backup right now. Okay, so job completed. 60 meg data transfer done. We close. So we have the backup. So backup done in the Azure cloud. And if you'd like to verify, we can go to backup items. See Azure storage files, we got two files. Azure backup agent, we have one. Azure virtual machines backup, we have one. So you'll be able to see all our backup informations. So when you click on Azure backup agent, you can see backup item from C drive. Protected servers is the client one, that's the computer name. And there are some items in C drive. So files and folders, item types. It doesn't show you all the items and stuffs, but we have the backup over there. Now, in case if we delete those files, let's say if I go to this PC, C drive, I delete these 4 folders, which you have the backup. Okay, so I'm deleting them. So if I delete them, so they're not there anymore. So you can recover. Now, if you'd like to recover, we need to go to that backup, Azure backup window or console. This one is on premises. So I'll say recover data. These servers or another servers. To get started, identify the servers on which the backup was originally created. Originally created means these servers. Click next. Individual files and folders, yes. Next. volume, C drive. This is the time, mount. So now it is mounting that drive where we have the folders. Once um, this mount process done, then we'll be able to see those folders. And it's done. Now it says browse. Click on browse. Use double copy, better performance when copying files. That's fine. Click OK. Look at that. This is my folders. And if you'd like to recover, right click. Then I can copy and I can go back to my C drive and I can paste. In this way, you can recover files and folders. Okay, so we actually used Azure backup services and we backed up the items in the cloud and we have looked at how to recover these stuffs. Now in the cloud is similar way it works. Let's say if I go to backup or we can go to backup items. We have Azure files, let's say. Click here. So these files and folders we can have we can recover from here. We can say restore share. Still, this initial backup pending. We can restore share. So we will have this option. So that is the only options you can recover. But files and folder services, they have another options that is under storage accounts. Click on storage, file shares. And if you delete this one, let's say I delete this share. If I type the file name, okay, done. Delete this one as well. Done. So it's deleted. If it is deleted, now if you'd like to recover, we can go back to our vault. But before we go back, we actually have these files and folders under this soft delete location. So if I say show deleted shares, look at that, it's showing us in here. So if you'd like to recover, you actually need to recover undeleted. So for 14 days, we'll have these options undeleted. Okay, now if I go to my file shares, yes, I have these files and folders ready. So 14 days it will be there. After 14 days, it will go to your backup items. So before you recover files and folders from the backup items, you'll be able to restore from these locations. Okay, so that's how it works. Let's have a look at virtual machines. We go to my vault, backup items. Azure virtual machines. So its initial backing up is taking a bit of time, but you can see that restore VM options. Once it's done, then you'll be able to recover from there. What happens if I do backup now? Click OK. So they are all under schedule backup, but if you'd like to backup now, you can just simply click on backup now. Now you can see the other one. We have the backup. So if you'd like to restore anytime, you have restore share, these options. Yeah, so now it's done. So you'll be able to recover from here. So if I go to virtual machines, yeah, still it's backing up. But if you back up and anything happened, let's say you deleted your VM, something happened, you can go back and restore VM. In this way, you'll be able to back up that one and restore that one as well. So it will take a bit of time because virtual machines got a lot of content. Image by itself is 7 gigs, so it will take a bit of time to back up. But that's how you manage the backup. From overview, you do backup, and then you go to backup items, and you can see that what kind of backup you have done. And on-premises backup process is same. On-premises files and folders backup you can do, and in this way you'll be able to recover as well. Then another options you have called enable site recovery. So that's depends on your requirements. Let's say Azure virtual machines replications, VMware machines to Azure, Hyper-V machines to Azure. So you got multiple options. So Azure virtual machines, you can enable replications. Source, select source East US. Yes, this is resource managers deployment type. Resource group, you need to select resource group, and disaster recovery between availability zones. So that's if you create availability zone, then you can select that one, otherwise leave it default. And you have one virtual machines. And target locations where you want to back up. So you need to select something, maybe West US. And you can see there are many other policies. You can select those policies as well. Enable replications. So part of your backup and disaster recovery, you can do the replications in this way. You'll be able to see the replications items as well. So you can pretty much see the backup details and site recovery details. You got few backup items, couple of them in progress, site recovery options. You can see bit of steps around that, right? So overall, that's how backup services functions.